And I think we are recording. Awesome, cool. So, hey, thanks guys for coming out tonight for Momentum Mondays. You already know what it is. So, what we're
You.
let's go. So, I'm happy to see you guys, and I'm happy to see you.
Hello, hello.
Let's go. Back
Hello,
from home,
everybody.
back from Hawaii, are we?
Yes. Well, I think my heart's still over there, but my physical
Yeah.
self is here.
Sheesh, let's go. I feel you. I feel you. So, amazing experience or what?
Yeah, amazing. So amazing. Kids don't want to come back home, so I guess we can all say it was a good time.
Hey, no
Yeah.
doubt.
And now
That's
we're trying to
awesome.
figure out if it's feasible to live over there. So
Sheesh,
I think
let's
Hawaii is going to be
go.
the next goal.
That's awesome.
Hey,
Too, there's also an Enagic office out in Hawaii.
Oh, that's
I don't
awesome.
know. I'm not sure where exactly, but there is one out there though for sure.
Okay. Well, that sounds
Definitely,
good.
definitely something to think about. Hey, so but yeah, I appreciate you guys hopping on right now. So what we're doing tonight, the focus, I like to do this because the focus on one thing every week. But so I've been working on something for all of you guys actually, and so basically, the focus of this training is going to be a system, right? Systems. That's what I want to talk about right now. Systems, and the power of having a system, right? So because that's the way most businesses operate, right? And they're successful because of their system, right? So for example, like one great example that I just recently read, I think it was like the other day, was talking about McDonald's, right? McDonald's, okay, so they're worldwide, right? They're all over the place, right? Everybody knows McDonald's. And the food's crappy, it's shit, right? Like it tastes like garbage, whatever it may be. But it's like, but they have an effective system though that allows them to thrive, that allows them to have all these like different restaurant chains set up all over the place, right? And they have a system that's so turnkey and so effective that a 16-year-old can run a McDonald's, right? Regardless of how their products are, but they have an effective system. And so within a Nagic, right, we have our own system already, right, which is pretty simple, right? We all know we share water, we share information, right? We share videos, get people on webinars, invite people to events, do live demos, right? We follow up and have fun, right? Of course, it's simple, but what I've kind of realized that's been missing for us in particular, and you know what, Joe, he's not on this call right now, but I'm recording it for him too. But so Joe, he actually just got brought on last week. So he's out in Connecticut, right? So he's gonna be moving out here in San Diego soon. But and we kind of had this talk, right? Because Joe, like, he's very successful in business, right? He has, so he knows like how to operate like when it comes to network marketing, and he knows how to implement systems, right? And he knows the importance of a system as well. So we had this long chat about it, and that's what kind of made me realize that even though we have all these different resources, right? We have the Facebook groups, we have the webinars, we have the videos, the YouTube, all this stuff. But what we're missing is like one direct funnel, one effective system where we can just like literally send out to like all of our anybody new, right? Anybody new, including us too. We can reference it, of course, but anybody new that we're bringing on, we want to send this to them right away as like a fast start training, right? Something that so I'm setting this up as something that we can issue out to. They basically send out to like right when you send somebody up, you're gonna send this to them so you can get them started right away, so they can get so they don't feel so lost in the beginning, right? And so the way I want to do this, because like I know like for you guys, for example, like when you first got signed on, I had a lot, like one-on-one calls with you guys and try to get you started like that, which is effective, and we're still gonna have those, of course. But I think it's good for somebody to kind of like take home with, right? Somebody to have late at night, early morning, when they're on their own, and they can reference, right? And so when they have a question as far as like, yo, what book should I get started? What books do I read? What audio do I listen to, right? What scripts can I use, right? So this is going to include scripts, everything, right? So what scripts can I use for like reaching out to warm market prospects, cold market prospects, right? And these are scripts that have been proven to work already that I personally use. So these are ones that I'm basically pulling all these different scripts that I've had throughout the year that I kind of picked up on, and I'm gonna and what I'm doing is I'm putting them together and like adding my own to it too, right? Stuff that's worked for me, because this is stuff that basically anybody can just like plug in, right? Say if you're sending a message through Instagram to somebody, whatever, if it's in person, it's just a good foundation to start with, right? So like I said, so you don't feel so lost, especially when getting started, and even now, right? Because I know we have a lot of questions all the time. You know, as far as like, you know, what's the best video? You know, do we have a video on this? Like, just whatever it may be, right? So, and that's the problem that I kind of want to like. Well, that's the challenge that I want to kind of solve, right? And so basically, so watch, I'll show you what I have right now that's kind of put together. Let's see, I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
Hey, I peeped that word usage, by the way.
Which one?
I peeped that switching the problem to challenge, bro.
Oh, right. Hey, right. Jordan Belfort, right?
Yeah, bro. I see
My
you.
man, dude, you've been, hey, all right. So what module you on?
8.
Module 8? My God, I already sent this to you, what, like how many days ago? You've been killing it, bro.
Probably a week. Yeah, maybe a week.
That's good, man. It's good stuff, bro, dude. So you know what? I mean, and just so I mean, since you talking that right now, like, what do you like? What do you think so far about it? You know, that you can share with everybody on the call right now. Like, what's been your, like, how do you feel about straight line persuasion?
Bro, so if we're talking about like main takeaways, like it's like my little like small mindset shifts, and then like something that a lot of us don't know before we start this is like the biggest thing, which is like tonality when you're speaking to somebody, because we're all doing it through like text and stuff, and we get used to that, but we got to be able to like know how to talk to these people when we get on the call as well. Right. And so between that and like these mindset shifts of like changing the word problem to challenge, and you know, not saying things like should, because that's like a defeating word. So it's just small stuff like that, bro.
Dude, amazing, bro, amazing. So yeah, so it definitely matters the way we do things and how we say things, right? Other than just what we're doing, right? So yeah, that's huge. And too, like, I know you've already smashed through, you know, straight line persuasion probably multiple times already. So like, what's like, what can you say about it? Like what, how do you feel about straight line persuasion?
Honestly, I think it's awesome, and it's something that's so simple, but you don't realize it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like a lot of the information, it's like, wow, yeah, you know what? I get that. I know that. I subconsciously might be doing some of those things and not even know it. Like, right. This is like applied to my kids as well. Like, I unintentionally like Jordan Belfort my kids, like.
I remember you telling me that. That's so funny.
Yeah, to get them to brush teeth, to, you know, to talk to them and to explain things to them step by step, that, right, you know, after you listen to it so many times, it just becomes a part of you and you start applying what you're learning. Mm-hmm. Right. So I think therein lies the difference, you know, taking what you've learned and actually applying it to, you know, everyday life and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So would you say that it's been making you, or has making you already, like a more effective at communicating?
Definitely.
For sure, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, I know my husband's like, you know, you're such a poor communicator and you don't really communicate stuff properly. Like, for example, I can do workouts and I know what the workouts do and I know what muscle groups they hit, but when it comes to explaining it to someone else, to really breaking it down step by step into like for lack of a better term, like layman's terms, where people can understand where they don't have that understanding already. Right. It really helps in that process. It really helps, you know, to break it down and sort of like itemize the things that you're trying to emphasize. Yeah. And itemize the things that you're trying to say. And, you know, it just tries to, it hits the points home like a lot of the time for you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, the best way I can explain it is it really touches on, I would say, like subconscious things that we know and we recognize that when we see it, but we never, it's like, he finally explains it for us on why and how it works. Right. That's the way I kind of found it, where I was like, yo, like that makes like that completely put it into a great perspective for me, where I can now have a better understanding and be able to explain it to other people. Right. So, but yeah, that's awesome. And so I don't know if anybody else who's already listened to it, let's see, Matthew Young, still there, bro. I don't know if you listened to SLP or not yet, any module 1 or 2 at all. If you have, if you want to come out real quick, if not, bro, no worries. But so, all right, so we're on the Dropbox right now. Okay. If you guys can see this, so this is what I'm putting together for everybody. And basically it's going to be one simple link, right? So this isn't finished yet. Like, there's a couple more folders that I still have to add. The only thing that's really missing now is the scripts. So I've already I'm finalizing those and getting them all. Like, dude, I'm telling you, scripts. You know, like we don't. Oh, okay, so it's not about like really like like reading from a script, but like kind of like Jordan talks about. It's about like how to sound like. It's about basically like sound like you're reading. It's like you're using the script, but not sound like you're reading from the script, right? And so like that's the trick we got to use because scripts are kind of like guidelines, right? And so that's what's kind of missing too for most people right now. So it's gonna be perfect. But so this is basically it's gonna be it, right? So right now, this is gonna be a direct link. Once you click on it, it's gonna be a folder called Fortune 9.5, right? That's our current team name right now. And it's gonna have and within this folder is gonna be multiple folders, right? So right now, for example, the first one is Welcome to Enagic, right? So once you click on that, there's gonna be a PDF here, okay? And I'm trying to do a quick little overview for you guys. So I actually put this together. Let's see if we can get a different view, but maybe not. Okay. But this is basically it. So this is what it's gonna look like. Okay. Can't zoom out at all, but basically say so. We got congratulations, right? And it's almost like a quick little welcome, right? For anybody new, that's the first thing they're gonna see. Congratulations, welcome on to Enagic. Congrats on your life-changing investment, right? So you guys can go through all this later when you get a chance, but it's a quick little message. It looks pretty dope. I think makes it look like more Enagic out with all the water and stuff, So it looks oh, there you go. Jeez, look at that toe, man.
My man said Enagic out.
Hey, it's Enagic out. It's Enagical, bro. It's Enagical. That's what Ryan says, bro. It's Enagical. But yeah, so look, that's gonna be the first PDF, right? So the first thing that you're basically gonna see, and it's basically kind of it just gives you like a quick little fundamental as soon as this appears. Let's see. All right, let's click out of that. All right, so where are we at though? Let me go back. All right. Oh, that's probably why. I think it's all like zoomed out. All right. And then so that's gonna be the first folder, right? The second folder is gonna be a getting started one, and within this one is gonna be another PDF. And so basically, well, there's actually multiple PDFs in this one. So if you guys can see it, right? So it says getting started. And it right away goes into the system, right? You want to save yourself time, energy, and money, right? That's the power of a system, guys. You want to save yourself some time, energy, and money. That's literally what it stands for because that's what it does. Once you have an effective system, that's literally, like I said, turnkey, where basically, because like you want the novice, like anybody who has no sales experience, no marketing, no nothing, can literally just like dive into this, right? Do some homework, pick up on it, and start implementing, right away. And so obviously you got to like watch the videos, you got to do the books, you got to read the scripts, you got to do the work, of course, but it's all going to be there for you. So like I said, obviously we don't try to reinvent the wheel, we all know that. It's going to have a list, right, of all the Audible books, right? Well, it's going to say download Audible, #1, right? There's a list of the books and that goes in importance, right, that I think everybody should read. So what's the audio of the book? Of course, we got GoPro, Build an Empire, Think and Grow Rich. I know a lot of you guys already read that book. You Are a Badass at Making Money. If you guys haven't read that book, that's another great book. And then The Compound Effect, right? That's another great book as well. I think I'm gonna add like at least one or two more. I know I'm gonna add like Sell or Be Sold in there because that's another great book that we all should be reading. And then other than that, so right, and so this is like they're gonna be their getting started, right? Like boom. So right away you're gonna download Audible, right? You're gonna get started on the books, make your list, and then you're gonna start making a list, right, of all potential prospects. So who do you know who drinks water, right? And like literally, and put them on the list, right? They drink water, put them on the list. They don't drink water, erase their name, right? It's literally as simple as that. See, and never prejudge, right? List all the names you can think of. Never prejudge. You never know who's gonna buy a machine, right? I've had people buy a machine where I was like, they won't buy a machine. I was like, in my head, I was thinking, oh, this person probably won't be interested, and like they buy a machine, right? So it's like you never know, right? So we never prejudge, And this list is gonna keep growing, right? It's gonna expand. It's gonna be like your your database in the future, right? The list you start now. And this is like a quick example, right? How if they're into health, if they're business minded, they drink water, right? Of course, every dud knows a stud, right? So every person. So we network through people a lot, right? So anybody that you meet right now, even if they're not like the type of person you want to work with quite yet, they don't have that leadership, they don't have the drive, the mindset, whatever. they might know somebody who does, right? And we want to get connected with that person through them, right? So you remember, so every dud knows a stud, of course, you know. If you approach them about it, right, and you always want to ask for referrals as much as you can. So this stuff you guys want to go through later on, obviously when you get a chance, you know, it's a quick little, what I also threw in here too, so, right, so remember, like, we don't need to explain anything ever, right? We want to give water, zip the lip, right? We want to say less to more people, you know, we just want them, because all we're the bridge, right? We are the bridge to them getting healthy, to them increasing their finances, right? To them attaining freedom. So we don't have to say too much, but we're the bridge to them getting the right information that they need, you know? So for example, right? So like, this is a good question to be super nonchalant about it. Hey, I gave you some of this special water. Would you drink it? Right? They're like, special water, bro, you know, nonchalant, right? If they ask what it is or, you know, what's so special about it, all you got to say is, you know, to be honest, I don't know too much about it yet, but I know it has a ton of antioxidants. When I gave it to so-and-so, it helped them with so-and-so, right? Always share a story, give an example, right? People are going to remember that stuff, you know, and that's what they're going to share with other people too. So that's the one good resource to use. This is good for ladies, right? Say, hey, if I gave you some of this anti-aging water, would you check it out? You know, if they ask what makes anti-aging, right? Just say, well, you know, Dr. Oz, right? You know, like, these are just things, obviously, like, because, you know, everybody knows Dr. Oz. We can reference him. You know, he's always talking about how antioxidants, you know, this and that. He even has a YouTube video on it. So, and yeah, you know, give them water and repeat the process, you know, share the info. It's not your job. It's not our job to try to explain anything, right? We don't have to, like, we don't have to present it. We don't have to explain it. We just give water and we share information, you know. We don't present, of course, unless we're doing a presentation, but, and you gotta remember too, people don't trust us. They don't trust you. They don't trust you right away on this subject, right? Because obviously, look, it's, you know, we all know that it's like, okay, this is supposed to be different, it's special, right? But they're not going to trust us right away as far as like our own credibility, right? When it comes to like us talking about special water all of a sudden, you know, because we weren't like, you know, we weren't some water gurus, like, you know, just like throughout the years that they've known us for, right? So they're not going to trust us right away. So that's why we have to share information, you know, get them to the expert, right? You know, to your upline, right? That's just what we need to do. And for example, this is another good one. So see, right, just point them in the direction of the available content. You know, that's all we got to do. And so the same method, right? Would you, right? If I send you a video, would you check it out? If I gave you some water, would you drink it? If I invited you out to a webinar, would you come check it out? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, right? If I gave you, these are one examples I've used, like, it's because we're programmed to say yes to these type of things, right? Hey, like, if I sent you this, would you check it out? We're like, yeah, of course, you know, like, it's just a natural thing. And then we got to, like, okay, make a commitment to ourselves to actually doing it. You know, whether it's a brochure, magazine, a DVD, right? Right, like this talks about DVD. Another effective, right? Share a story. Whether or not you have a personal testimony, like, right away, you know, we have tons of testimonials available for us to use. So use somebody else's story, right? Like, talk about Liz, you know, like share Ryan and Liz's story. Share how Liz, you know, was on, you know, prescription medication for 20 plus years, right? And how she had a kidney infection. You know, doctors told her she's gonna be on medication her whole life. Started drinking the water within 3 months, got off all her medication, right? You can share that story. You know, share how Colton's mom, you know, has an autoimmune disease, right? And so that's why he got his machine for his mom. You know, it's just like whatever story, whatever like videos you might see too. You know, you can share that story, right? Because that's powerful stuff, right? Stories always sell. So like, see, you want to leverage third party, right? Someone who's been in a magic longer than you have, right? So they have more credibility. Again, be nonchalant. Like, hey, I don't know for sure if it was the water or not, but when, say, I started drinking it, it got rid of my acid reflux, which it did. That's my personal testimony, right? I got rid of my acid reflux, or I got off my medication, or, you know, I don't have pain anymore, arthritis, whatever, right? And all that changed was I started drinking my water, right? I started drinking this water. Invite to a live demo if you can, right? If you guys, so I was talking to Tony about this earlier. If you know, if you're not in an area where like they have live demos around you like they do over here, then, you know, it's definitely something to think about. Start doing your own, right? Start doing your in-home presentations, you know. Start because this is what we're gonna be doing in the future anyways, right? Once we all hit 6A, we're gonna be doing our own demos, right? It's just like, I mean, it's the name of the game, you know. That's how we do our marketing. So So the better you get now, like just like start practicing now, start, you know, watching the demo videos over and over again, right? Know what they're saying, know how they're saying it, right? Know when to say certain things, you know the order, you know, so because well, when it comes time, you know, like, because the demos are powerful, right? In-home presentations is where I bought my machine. It was at somebody's house, right? It wasn't even, it was at somebody's house in their living room where I saw a presentation and I bought my machine that exact night. So they're powerful, trust me. Like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night around 7 p.m.? You know, my friend is having this health and hydration seminar. It's gonna be pretty cool. You know, he talks about what causes health in the body and what causes sickness, right? Like, yo, I'll pick you up, you know, whatever. Like, or what are you doing Thursday night? You could use this exact script for the webinar too, right? Just change it to a, you know, from in person to an online presence, you know. And just be yourself, of course, right? This is the main thing, guys. Be yourself. I can't stress that enough, because if we're not being ourselves, then who are you being, right? And so it's like, obviously we're changing every day, right? We're growing, we're developing, right? Which is a good thing. That's what we want. But at the same time, we want to stay true to like what's going on from within, right? Like who we really are. And people are going to feel that, right? They feel the vibes. Somebody knows when you're not being genuine. They know when you're being sketched. They know when you're lying, right? It's like an intuitive thing, right? We just feel it as human beings, you know? So just be real, be yourself, always be transparent as possible, right? Because we want people to know, like, yo, like, this is my life, this is what I do, you know, this is like, I'm being real with you, you know, and they're gonna feel that, right? Like by tonality, by body language, you know, by eye contact. That's huge, right? You always want to look people in their eyes, you know. So right, and then see this one, and remember, like, educate yourself on the company and the industry, because like, as much as we're not going to shove this down people's throats, we need to be educated, right? We need to know the material. We need to know what we're in and what we're doing and what we have, because that gives us confidence, right? It gives us, yo, we got the best water in the world, y'all. I mean, like, come on, yo, like, who ain't gonna want this stuff? You feel me? Like, I'm lit right now because of this stuff. So, yo, like, we want to know the stuff because it gives us confidence, right? It gives us that backbone that we're lacking sometimes. So we're not always gonna share. We're not always gonna spill the information. But if you know it, and you know it, you know, and you know that, like, it's just, it gives you like so much more leverage when really presenting this to somebody, when giving water, you know. It's just like, because you know all the facts, you know all the testimonials, you know everything, right? Enagic is a multi-billion-dollar company, right? That's over, and it's over 45 years old. Okay, it's older than Apple, right? And we're the pioneer in our industry, right? We're debt free and privately owned, right? Like we're in the network marketing industry. Okay, this is like a literally $1 billion industry, right? It's about to hit trillion soon, because it's only getting bigger. So, you know, and like, we literally get paid big bucks, guys. We get paid big bucks, right? Simply like share water with people and share information. Okay, like, you know, and it's because like of this amazing opportunity, right? So we want to educate ourselves on the comp plan, right? Know all the health benefits, you know the company, how it works, know network marketing, dive into personal development, all that stuff, videos, seminars, training, webinars, everything, right? So so yeah, this is, like I say, this is a quick little something that somebody can go through, right? If they have no idea what to do, how to get started, what to say in certain situations. I think this is definitely a good reference. What do you guys think? Daniel, what's your opinion, bro?
Looks dope, bro.
Looks
You killed
dope?
it. Yeah.
My man. Awesome. And what you think?
Looks really pro.
Dope. All right, cool. Matthew, my boy, what you think, though?
I love it, man.
Hey, cool, bro. So this is gonna be for all of us to use, right? This is and this is just basic, right? I'm gonna have more scripts too. Like, I'm gonna have a closing scripts, right? Reaching out to cold market, warm market, all that stuff, you know, that we can use. And of course, remember, the scripts are just guidelines, right? They're just guidelines that because like I would encourage you to somehow add your own little twist to it if you want, of course, right? But if not, you can use this exact script. But remember, if it's in person, tonality matters. Try with your dad. This is when it's in person, this is when tonality comes into play, right? Because you can say this exact thing, but still say it in your own way to make it your own, right? But it's like, but obviously if it's online, you know, boom, you copy and paste this, whatever, you know. It's there for us to use, which is awesome. So that's the getting started folder. And then the one I have right now is also the resources folder. So within the resources folder, when you come here, So this is for anybody, right? So we always have questions like, yo, what website can I go to watch this? What videos should I watch? Like, which demo should I send out? Where's the compensation plan? How do I ATM? What's ATM, right? Why Enagic? What am I, all this stuff, right? So websites, right? First thing, boom, you got enagic.com, right? We all know to go there for all of our stuff we need for Enagic information. Ion Faucet, okay? So if you guys haven't gone through the Ion Faucet website, Ion Faucet is where we buy our pre-filters from. That's where we can buy extra supplies, like we can buy more bottles, we can buy more gallons, we can buy demo kits, right? Marketing materials, you can order brochures from there, magazines even, I believe. And then Kongin One Global, this is Daniel DiMacauli's website. So this is his site. There's also tons of more marketing material on here. You guys haven't checked it out yet. Go through it definitely. And this is my website right here, konginexposed.com. Right, so on here is where we have like more testimonial videos, more science videos, all that good stuff, right? So, and perfect. And landmines to avoid. Okay, so if you guys have not watched this video yet right here, I don't think a lot of us have. So what I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna drop this in the group chat after this call, and we all need to watch this, right? These are landmines to avoid. So this is we all need to watch this for sure. This is gonna tell you like, yo, don't do this. Like, so literally, just watch it. You have to watch it. Demo video, right? This is, I believe this one's Rob's video and this one's Aldrin's video. These are the two I put because these are the two I've used, right? So I'm only putting what works for me. Like I said, if you guys have favorite videos but Rob's video is good but be very specific with who you send it to, right? You always want to tailor, you're gonna tailor the video you send to the kind of vibe you get from that person, right? If they're more like Robert and more like laid back and they use slang and whatever, you know what I'm saying? And send them Rob's video, right? If they're more formal and like they're professional and stuff like that, send them Aldrin's video, right? Because and also too, because right now you can't click on it, but I'm gonna make these like little hyperlinks so we can just click on them, you know what I'm saying? Be a little easier. But yeah, so remember, tailor the video because I know Daniel, like you had an issue with this, right? Was sending Rob's video at one point. Joe, I was talking to Joe about this. Joe had a point where he's like, yo, like I'm sending out Rob's video, but I think it's dope. Like I can relate with it, but people I'm sending to are like, yo, this kid's a joke. Yo, he like what's this guy even talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So you just gotta be cautious with like which video to send to who, you know. And this is this is Aldrin's K8 demo. So this is his quick little 5-minute overview of the K8 itself, right? So if anybody's like, hey, like, what's the machine look like? How does it work? What are the functions? Boom, send them that video right there. Aldrin's K8 demo. This is for the SD501, right? Somebody wants that. You can send them the SD501 demo. This is by Daniel DiMacauli. Great presentation, amazing, right? This is the Enagic comp plan. This is the only one I send right here. This is the only one I send right here. Enagic compensation plan. I don't send any other comp plan, right? This one is the best one. Excuse me. This is the best one on there right now. This is the one Aldrin put together. So definitely want to send that one. That's the one I use right there. It's there. And this is the bottled water tap trader. This is a great video. This is a 5-minute little video, and it basically does a quick little rundown of the bottled water industry, why it's bad for us, why it's detrimental to our health, right, and how it's basically like hazardous to your health, right? So definitely want to watch that. If somebody wants to better, like why is this bad for me? Boom, send them that. Why should I stop drinking bottled water? Boom, send them that, right? They don't ever drink bottled water again, I promise you. Kangen water for restaurant owners, right? If we're gonna sell commercial units. So check this out. So we were just out in Palm Springs, right? And they had this cafe out there. It was all vegan. Let's go. You know, so it had a cafe, and in that cafe they had that super SD501 unit, yo. You guys see my story? That's the big unit. That's the commercial unit. They had it in there, right? So meaning that what, guys? This is happening. People are buying the machine. They're buying these units. They're buying these commercial units too, you know. And so yeah. So if you have anybody who owns a restaurant or owns a hotel, even whatever, right? They're working. They have their own doctor's office. They're a dentist, whatever it may be. Send them this video. Like this is gonna, like, you know, because this is gonna show them the whole like shebang and all that stuff, right? And this is down to Macaulay's fast start training. This is a good video. Like he made his own video on like basically on how to get on what's a good way to get started, which he basically, you know, breaks down our simple system, right? You know, share water, share information, right? So, but it's a great video to watch. Definitely check it out. Why should you join Enagic? If you guys haven't watched it yet either, watch this video. It's a little more lengthy, but this is also by Daniel DeMccauley, and it's an amazing video. This right here will literally paint the perfect picture for anybody who has doubts as far as why they should join this particular business and this particular industry, right? So this is a great video. I'm telling you right now. This is Aldrin SLP training. I know I sent this to most of you already, and have you watched this video already? So this is Aldrin SLP training. Aldrin put together like a 10-minute video about basically how to implement straight line persuasion with the magic.
Okay.
So if you haven't
I'll definitely watch it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one's a great one. Like Daniel, right? Because I know like you watched it right away. Like, how did you feel about that video?
Bro, you know I watched it right away.
Yes, sir. So like, how simple did he make it out to be?
Yeah, actually watching it before I actually watched the full SLP was a good move, just because
Now
Aldrin put it together so simple that when Jordan Belfort started going through his SLP, when he said something about a different industry, it was easy for me to loop it back to what Aldrin said.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's huge, you know. And that's the thing too. Straight line persuasion, it's wonderful because it's so like, it's not particular to any industry. It's just amazing, right? So yeah, for those of you who have not watched it, all the modules, check it out. And this one too, how to ATM. This is a great video. You want to watch this. This is how to ATM. This one is Rob's video, actually. I know Priscilla has one on Facebook too. That one's a good one, right? If you guys haven't seen Priscilla's, right? That one's good. Daniel, you like that one?
Yeah, Priscilla's is dope. I actually like it better than Rob's.
You like that one better? Okay.
Yeah.
Then you know what? Then I'll add both. So I'll add both. You guys can both check them out. But I like Rob's because he breaks down pretty simple too. But I know Priscilla's so it just depends. But yeah, so I'll add both of them. Check it out. But that's how to ATM. And the importance of three-way calls. This is it right here. This is the whole shebang, guys. So three-way calls. This is a direct link to Brian Carruthers' website, and he has a little article about three-way calls. But he also has a video too, and he talks about the importance of three-way calls and why we do them in our industry. So this is important, guys. Literally, so the great story. She would be sharing it right now, but she's sharing water with her family. So let's go. But Jessica, so today she actually set up she got me on a three-way call today, right? She has a friend Anna out of Wisconsin. Okay, so and what this was dope. So this was her first time ever speaking with Anna on the phone, right? This is my first time ever even speaking with Anna as well. You know, I wasn't even following her Instagram, but I guess she already kind of heard about Enagic in the past, and she was already presented with it. The people were just trying to sell her, like wanting to join the team, and not really focusing on her and the health. And so, anyways, that never happened with her, right? So, and she follows other people too. So she was pretty much educated a lot, right? But it was just the point I'm trying to make though. She got me on this call. And so, Daniel, remember when I told you the other day, I was like, I have this dope script ready to go. Remember I was telling you?
Man.
Yo, so, dude, this script that I put together, so this is a closure script, though. This is a closing script. This is what you're going to use if you're going to close this deal, right? So, literally, Jessica brings me on the call, right? Edifies me, edifies her, does a perfect job, right? And then, boom, I'm just, in the call, right? And then, so I literally used I'm going to have this exact script in there. I have it right here on my phone. It's already scripted out, but this is gonna be in here, in here too, so you guys can read it. But dude, I'm telling you, it worked perfect. So we actually have. So I didn't close it, right? I didn't close it, but we're closing it tonight. We actually have another call with her set up coming up in about 15 minutes. So, but it was perfect because I used this exact script, right? Using my tonality, right? Using throwing my own little lingo into it, but it worked perfect. Like literally. It got as far as I was like, okay, what's your social? You know what I'm saying? We're literally felt to fill out the order form. She was already sold. But it's the point is funny because she ended up wanting to wait, right? So I'll be scheduling her call. She wanted to kind of talk to her, her husband about it, which is fine, But last minute, she bailed out last minute, right? And because when you run powerful language patterns on people, right? When you say things a certain way and you're asking the right questions and stuff and I was using this exact script. I'm telling you, they start giving you information and you move them down the process, you move them down the line, and they don't even realize they're not even realizing it. Because that's what happened. I asked for a social and then she was she kind of like, oh fuck, like, you know, that's when she kind of came out like to the realization, like, yo, like, how do we get this far? You know, like, she was like, and we talked about, you know, she was like, I literally just like wanted more information about how financing works, and like, I didn't know we were gonna do this and stuff like that, like, because she even applied for the car and everything, like, dude, we took it through the whole process, you know. So yeah, but it was dope though. So this script worked, like, I'm telling you, like, as like, I'm gonna have Jessica talk about that later on, but yeah, it works. So this will work for me. And like I said, because when you're using the right tonality with this stuff, guys, it's powerful. It's powerful, right? So you're gonna move somebody down closer to the close, and you know, they don't, like I said, they're not even gonna question it. They're not even gonna think twice about it because you've done an amazing job at it, right? So, and this is a script that you can literally, it's real broad too. It's real broad. You can like, so it is not gonna pertain to anybody in particular. Like, if you just use it the right way, like, it's powerful. I'm telling you, it works. So that was exciting. So yeah,
I'm pumped for you, bro. That's awesome.
sheesh, y'all, I'm pumped for all of us. Let's go, because dude, this is what we're all gonna be using, you know. So, and like I say, like, it's you know, like, we're gonna learn the most obviously by doing, right, by reaching out to more people, actually setting up calls, you know, getting used to working on our tonality, right, and knowing the background info, like knowing all the details, because look, the importance of knowing everything is, once we know what we're saying, that's when we can focus on how to say it, right? If you're too busy thinking about, yo, like, what do I say next, like, I you know, like, you start scrambling around your head. But when you already know what you're gonna say, from that point forward, you're focused on how you're saying it, on how you're delivering the message, right? And because, like, I was talking about this, I don't know if she's still in the car now. I was talking about it with Tony earlier, started off, but you know, like, I mean, 90% of communication is literally of how we're saying things, right? And 10% is only what we're saying, you know. And because, you know, remember, like, because tonality and all that stuff, it brings about like energy, vibrations, emotions in people, you know, and that makes people feel things, right? Versus that, like, you know, just reading off of something, or, you know, hearing it monotone or whatever, you know, that loses people's attention. So it's important to work on tonality, right? But which is why we're gonna have all this stuff. But so that's the folder I have right now. I'm about to add another folder for SLP. So that link that I sent you guys already. So that's that's gonna be in here as well, right? And then along with all the scripts. So that's really the only thing that's missing as of right now. Oh, and I'm also gonna add another folder for testimonial videos. So let's probably do this right now. Let's see. So it's gonna have like, and so testimonials. So this is gonna be a testimonials folder. I'm gonna have a scripts folder, right? And
Do you already have a video for the science in there somewhere?
That one, no. See, and that's the thing too. So, and I'm also gonna have a whole nother section for like the facts, pretty much, right? Like the science behind the stuff, you know. Because like, that's like, well, I guess that could be included with the resources, but that's not what normally people want to know right away. But you know what? Because I could include with that one, or maybe I'll make another folder. Like, I could put like what doctors are saying about it, right? I can make a folder like that. Yeah, there we go. What doctors are saying about it, bruh. That's perfect. Oh no, it didn't go anywhere. I put what doctor. All right, so what doctors are saying. So yeah, and then is there anything else that you guys feel like should be in here? Like, I mean, this is something we're gonna keep working on stuff as we go. But yeah, what were you saying, brother?
I got one. It's
okay.
Good. It's Dr. Shabi talking about geothermal spring water. It's short too. It's only like 3 minutes.
Okay, geothermal spring water.
Yeah, I'll just send it to you. He doesn't say anything about Kangen water, but he's talking about geothermal spring water.
Okay.
And just talks about the properties of it, how it's
dope.
Yeah, it's really good.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure, dudes. Yeah, send that to me and I'll add that right away. And I'm also gonna add the, like, I don't know if you've seen. Did you watch the documentary I sent you? Daniel?
Which one?
Remember the one that you had sent to? I forgot who you sent it to, but she watched it right away. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
It was a documentary. Yeah. Did you watch that one too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm not gonna send anybody anything that I haven't seen already.
All right, cool, for sure. Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen the ionized water documentary, this one, if anybody has questions about how the science works and how the water is different and why it's important and what hydrogen is and all that stuff, this is a good documentary you want to watch. So all that's gonna be included in here as well. But yeah, so Daniel and Matthew, any more? Do you guys have any more insight we can add? Anything at all?
No,
Got
I'm
it.
just really excited for this so that I can like catch up on the videos that I haven't seen and like
Hey.
I think you had some additional books that I haven't read or heard.
Okay, cool. For
Yeah.
sure. Awesome.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to all of that.
Hey, let's go, right? Yo, the more we learn, the more we earn. The .com secrets, bro. How was that book, dude?
It's good, man. Hey,
Good?
it's like it's focused on, it's kind of like sales funnel stuff, which we don't do obviously because we don't, nobody in our team's gonna be paying for training or anything. But,
Yeah.
There's still some really good like nuggets of information in there.
Yeah, for sure. Sales funnels too. You know what? Like, I mean, because like a funnel can almost be anything, right? So, for example, when you put a post on your Instagram, that's a funnel to your page, right? Because you're dropping a post to your main page, right? And that's a funnel. So because now this person, you want their attention, you want them to click on your account, and whatever, right? So for me, I do that because my posts are a funnel to my page, right? My page is a funnel to my life, my lifestyle, my interests, what I'm into. And then in my bio is the link to my website. So my Instagram account is a funnel to my website, right? And then that website is a funnel to where they can fill out a type form and then freaking send me an email, whatever, right? So it could be anything, right? Just like, the way you think about funnels and stuff, like it don't have to be like this complex thing. It could be, right? If you want to even put together like one website where it has like different links in there to different things, you could do that too. That's another funnel. There's multiple sub funnels too. Cause like, and you know what's interesting, Daniel? Cause like once you brought it up, dude, I kind of went like ham, like on like just sell funnel videos, bro. So I was like, all right, it's like if I were to use a sales funnel, like what is it? How does it work? How can I use it? How simple can it be? Right. So I went ham, bro. So like I was like, dude, because I'm like thinking about it, but right now, like that's not something that everybody needs to get like dived into right away, right? It's not what we need, I would say, but it's definitely something that you could think about in the long run is basically to get more leads, right? Sell funnels are to gain leads. That's the ultimate goal because you want to turn these leads into contacts into contracts, right? So let's go. How we do that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I pretty much decided that I wouldn't. I pretty much made a goal for myself that I wouldn't do a sales funnel until I was a 2A.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure that I got the actual basics of the business down before I start diving into things like that.
Yeah, dude. You flash some checks on the video, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all trying to get paid or what? Like, nah, I'm just saying. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dude, that's awesome though. So yeah. So that's basically it. It's a quick little crash course of it. Like I said, we're gonna I'm gonna add much more to this. So I'm gonna finish this tonight though. So by midnight, this is gonna be finalized. Promise you that. So it's gonna be ready to go by tomorrow morning. By midnight tonight, of course, whatever. So, but yeah, and if you guys have any ideas as far as like hey, like can we add this to it, or we should have this in there, or whatever, right? Add it in our Telegram group, okay? So drop that below, the chat, anything, right? So we can definitely work with that. But yeah, this is basically what it looks like. And like once you have the link, you just click on it, and it directs you straight to all this stuff, right? And you got direct access to it. So it's super simple.
Bro, that's only an hour and a half for me. I'm not gonna be able to make that timeline.
Bro, you got that. Oh, what are you talking about? Come on. See, oh hey, so speaking of time too. So I actually upgraded the account finally. So we're going longer than 40 minutes now. We got a 24-hour limit. Let's go.
Make it move.
Hey, which is a good thing, right? That means the team's growing, y'all. So we got more to talk about.
Yeah, because we did it. How long was our total meeting last time?
We had like 3 separate Zoom. I had to send out 3 separate links because the old account, right? The old account, it didn't have the membership where it had like unlimited time, whatever. It only had 40 minutes. So And it's funny because like we kept going over. I was like, all right. I was like, I'm gonna resend the link again. Everybody sign in to the new call. So, but we fixed that now, which means we're growing, right? So dude, it's exciting, dude. I was happy to pay for that right now. Like, you know, I was like, dude, that's awesome. I was like, you know, because it's exactly what we want. Like we can have up to 100 people right now with this current one. So yeah, let's max out these trainings, guys. Momentum Mondays. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Peace. That's what I'm talking about. But
Get it.
let's get it though. So next week, I think I'm gonna be covering social media. We're gonna do a social media training because we're all on social media right now, and we're all trying to get some sales. And I feel like, you know, there's a lot of things we need to cover. There's a lot of things we need to know about social media, about Instagram, about how to really go about this, right? Especially to get people interested in this stuff. So, yeah. So social media training next week. I'm calling it right now. So plan for that. It's gonna be dope. I got some heat for y'all, and I want to do it because look, I mean, when it comes to social media, guys, like most of my business has gone through Instagram, right? You guys are on this call right now because of Instagram, right? All three of you guys, right? That's crazy. You know, we got Daniel in North Carolina, right? We got Matthew in Massachusetts. We got Ann in Washington, yo. All because of Instagram. It got us all connected. So, which is amazing. I'm forever thankful for that. So, all right, guys. So I do have that call coming around with Jessica. Is there anything last minute things you guys want to talk about before we kind of end this?
Nah, we good, man. I'm pumped for training next week because
Hey.
I want to see what you're doing on Instagram so I can do it.
Sheesh, my man, I got some heat for you, bro. Hey, we're gonna have social media scripts too in this within here, so it's gonna be all in there. Yeah, so because I just want, dude, like I want us to get to the point where we're just like producing sales, boom, boom, boom. Ann has 10 sales a month. Daniel has 10 sales a month. Matthew has 10 sales a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we all just crushing, you know? So because this is simple, guys, it's simple, but we have to understand it. And like I said, now, like once we have this go-to resource, it's gonna be a lot easier, you know, much more organized too. So, you know, but yeah, guys. So I'm excited for all of us right now. You know, I really admire how focused like all you guys are. You know that really just gets me inspired. That fires me up, right? And you know, I just want you guys to know I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you guys do. I appreciate your efforts. You know, I appreciate people you're reaching out to, the water you're giving, right? And I want you to know that it matters. Trust me. It may not seem like it now, but it starts with the little things, right? It starts when the amounts are small. When the amounts are small is when it matters the most, right? Because that's building our foundation and preparing us for when the amounts are big, right? So, dude, just keep going, you know, keep crushing it. Like I said, like, you know, you never know when your harvest is going to come. You never know when it's ready, you know, and you never know who's going to need your help, you know, and, you know, this is got to keep pushing, y'all. So stay motivated, right? Stay focused, you know, where focus goes, our energy will definitely flow, you know. Yeah, like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So if that's all you got from me, I will see you all next week. And I'm sure we're all going to chat throughout the week too. I have calls with all of you. So looking forward to that too.
Thanks for your time and your wisdom, Ricky.
Yes, of course. Of course. Anytime.
All of our calls last 2 hours, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, true. Yo, so all right, before we leave, all right, I'm gonna stop the share. I'm about to get.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, of course, dude. You're welcome,
Appreciate
man.
it, man.
Hey, I appreciate you guys, though, bro. Thank you
Good
for
luck
that.
on the call, man.
I'm about to get this boomerang of all of us, yo, because we training today. Momentum Monday. Daniel, where'd you go, bro? Get up in this.
Hold on. I got Matthew with his thumb up, bro.
He disappears when the boomerang comes out,
Okay,
bro. He's like,
I'm good.
Let's go. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Hey. Lit. All right, I'm gonna tag all you guys in this. Daniel, you're like big smiling, bro.
Hey.
Let's go.
That's that energy, bro.
That's the energy, bro. That's what I'm saying, dude. Hey,
That's magic water.
It's that magic water, yo. I'm telling you.
Magic water.
Magic water. It's what it is, right?
Ricky having his eyes closed in my first picture with him.
Dude, you remember that, bro? I was like, bro. I was like this. All happy for this dude. I was like, hey, my one eye's open. I was like, hey, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter. I was just so excited my eye couldn't stay open, you know? I got a tear in it, bro. I was like, my boy Daniel got a machine. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. But yeah, all right, guys. So we're gonna I'm gonna run this call. So like I said, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you very soon. So
Okay.
everybody have a good night. I appreciate you
Have
guys.
a great week.
Hey, you too.
Yeah.
No doubt. Let's crush it, guys. Momentum Monday. Remember, the momentum we carried today, we're going to use that for the rest of the week to come. So stay focused.
Definitely. Let's go.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Night.
Bye.
Appreciate it.
Good
Bye.
night.